Hey everybody, Mike Hutherman coming out with part 4 in our series. Today, we're going to be talking about us, designers that interface with our consumers. So part 1 and 2 and 3, we talked about acoustics, reflectivity, and points of transition. All critical things for our consumer to learn. But today, we need to talk about how we interact with our consumer. Here's the thing. I went to design school and I learned form follows function. I'm sure a lot of you did as well. But how many consumers know this today? How often are we just on house.com looking at pretty kitchens and they come walking in or talking to you about pretty. I want a pretty looking countertop, I want a pretty looking kitchen, I want a pretty this, pretty that. And then forgetting the function. And I really believe that's our responsibility. We've got to step up to this. We have really just been giving them pretty kitchens. I can't look at it anymore. It makes me crazy when I go on house.com and see all these pretty kitchens. But they don't function. You know, here's the thing. Steve Jobs said an interesting thing. He said, people don't know what they want until you show them. And yet here we are, just running off, giving them exactly what they asked for. But that's really not our job. Our job is to help them and guide them. So I just want to touch on, I'm going to use Corian as an example, talk about how form follows function. Because I happen to see this renewing of this brand. It's really a great product. I love it. And as a designer, I look at it as a great raw material. I think about what I can do with the material. But here's the thing. Around the world, we're looking at little chips. 2x2 samples by color. That's how the customer is choosing our product. We talked about acoustics, we talked about reflectivity, we talked about the points of transition, but here's the thing. They're running around talking about heat and scratch and porosity, which are important things to the consumer, but not nearly as important. So what we have to look at today, when I'm thinking about this material, I think about this raw material, not a brand. It's really about what raw materials are in design, just like you would think about any other material in construction. Think about it that way. So when I look at it, I go, hey, this material's got this kind of blend between hard and soft. What's the deal with that? And what you're going to see in some of these images are some really cool things that DuPont did when they created Corian. One of them is, because it's got this ability to be hard and soft, you can heat it and bend it. You can actually thermal form it and make it unique shapes like these photos are showing you. And I just love that I can take this product malleable and make it what I want it to be. And then I love the fact that it's got this renewability about the material. I can renew the surface if I want to take it from a matte finish to a high gloss or anywhere in between. It actually has those capabilities as a product. And then my favorite is the fact that it's repairable. Because let's face it, things go wrong. Things happen. And if something happened in a Corian top, I can physically repair it. And the truth is about this brand is I can't do these things if it's too hard. So if all I'm focused on is a scratch or a heat or a porosity thing, I limit myself in the product that I'm choosing as it relates to my consumer. So as you think about your consumer out there, as we come back into our world of form follows function, join me, please, join me in helping the consumer learn and understand what great raw materials exist out there, and really remember what Steve Jobs said, that people don't know what they want until you show them. So when they come walking in asking for that pretty kitchen, I'm not saying you're not going to give them a pretty kitchen. I know you will give them a pretty kitchen, but wouldn't it be great if it worked as well? Thanks for your time. Talk to you soon.